when it comes to breathing and basically everything in life, a lot of it boils down to our attitudes about it. So remembering to cultivate gratitude, kindness, relaxation as you practice, remembering that strength comes with will, that the more willpower you bring to your practice, the more strength you'll have, knowing that this isn't about forcing, this is about allowing. That breath happens naturally. We don't have to judge the way that it feels. In fact, it's very important to let go or release the judgments, and at the same time, if we're judging ourselves for not letting go of our judgments or whatever, just that's okay, just keep on breathing. That this practice is for us to own, so to speak, for us to make it our own, and for us to understand that a lot of this has been passed down for thousands of years. And of course, it's coming to us now in our own way, in our own time. And we have the honor and the privilege of being able to practice. And these practices, in many ways, are beyond what normal people might what many people might consider normal, so to speak, and at the same time medical science and just anecdotal literature supports these practices as being beneficial for human health, in addition to being able to overall improve well-being in healthy individuals, in addition to being used by many high-performing individuals across industries. So as we connect to breath, find a way that it works for you, where you can integrate it into your life, where of course we're all already breathing and we may already have our own set of practices. So knowing that what works for you will not necessarily work in the same way for someone else, knowing that everybody is a little bit different. And when we connect to these universal or eternal principles, even with something as simple as the breath, remember that the goal is love and compassion. And if you do choose to share these practices, remember that it takes a time to learn them in addition to mastering them, knowing that whatever you share will be from your level of understanding or connection. So perhaps curbing the enthusiasm, so to speak, or bringing it inwards so that you have the practices continuing internally in your own process before sharing them. And at the same time, when you know someone will benefit, remember to share them. So this is simply just to say that we have a lot of information available to us, but it's not information that actually makes it effective. It's the proper application of the information. So when we start to learn these practices and integrate them into our lives, it can take a long time for us to fully experience or understand them. And in fact, there is really no limit to our ability to deepen our own personal practice and process. So always remembering that it starts with you, that this is your practice, your process. Not everybody's going to be on the same wavelength as you necessarily. And at the same time, when you're sharing from inspiration or when you're practicing with inspiration, that this is a great guide. And of course, let your inspiration be inspiring. Ba-dum-tsh.